you're in the media a lot, right? Anytime there's some sort of, it doesn't even have to be a divorce. Sometimes it's just some sort of civil suit, like you're on the news, whether it's CNN or a different news outlet. If you could speak to, one, how are you landing that type of stuff? And then two, what about navigating the media?
Well, I don't know if this is appropriate in the podcast, but I'm going to show you where we are. So we are right downtown. If I keep going, you would see CNN.
Yeah.
And so part of
right
it
next
is because
door.
we're right next door. And, I've learned over time, I may be good on TV, I may not be good, but when I am is available, dressed in a suit and tie, knowledgeable, and willing to just come over on a moment's notice if they need me because it's across the street. So that really had a lot to do with how often I was asked to be on Headline News or CNN or Court TV. But the rest of it is really just being easy to get along with. The people that are putting on the news, they don't know divorce. They don't know the background. So when they say Tom Cruise is getting divorced, can you come talk about it and what's going on? And I say, sure. And I say, you might want to discuss the fact that they've probably been going through this divorce for years. And now that it's public, it's only because it's all said and done and finalized. It's not that the lawyers just fixed it in 2 weeks. And they're like, that makes sense. So the stuff that I do every day, it's what I do for clients. I break it down, make it easy to understand and simple. And I do that same thing for the news. And they seem to like me. And I try to make the people that ask me to be on for their anchors, I make them look good so that when their anchors interview me, they can say to the producer or the booker, that was a good job. You did a good job with that guest. Get him back.
Yeah. So in many ways, it's not even so much that they're doing you a favor. It's in many ways, you're helping them out, right? Because from my understanding, in many of these stories, they need some sort of subject matter expert.
Right. I mean, they could probably tell the story themselves, but it's nice when they can have someone and they can say, every law professor, Randy Kessler says that this jury was a very average jury. I had a friend that was on CNN once, a psychologist, and she was talking about the minors that got trapped in Chile. And they said, what's it like when they come out? And she said, well, they're going to have to get used to being public figures. They've been private their whole lives. And at first I thought that was brilliant. And then I thought, you don't have to be a world-known psychologist to think of that. Like, that's what we're all thinking. But because she had the title, it made it a bigger impact. And that's what I realized, that if I could just say what makes sense to me, it's going to resonate a little bit.